that everyone talks about when hedging against a weakening dollar, and that would be gold. Gold is priced in dollars, and so when the US dollar drops, gold is worth more. So it's not necessarily that gold's actually increased in value, it's just that the US dollar is dropping. It's a little bit confusing there, but it's still a good way to hedge against that weakening of the dollar or even inflation. Why gold works is that it's a hedge against the currency debasement. The central banks buy gold when confidence in fiat currency drops. And this kind of happened in China, and especially around the world, but very much specifically China, when they're trying to say that we're going to get off of the dollar standard, or we don't believe in the dollar or want it to be as strong anymore, so we're just going to buy up a whole bunch of gold and go that route instead. And that's the reason why gold went up so much, but also partly the reason why the dollar's been dropping so much. Some options here would be GLDM or IAU for physical gold ETFs, or just buying physical bullion if you want crisis insurance. Now remember that if you're buying actual physical gold, yes, you do hold that gold, but there's also some cons involved with that too, like security and different things like that. So also you want to keep in mind that later on, if you ever want to sell that gold, or let's just say you're holding gold because you believe that there's going to be some type of zombie apocalypse or something like that. And so if you have gold, especially gold bars or something, and you need to go and buy groceries, how are you going to chip off a little piece of that gold bar, or how are you going to do this? So I would suggest that you get them in the small increments, possibly coins, things of that nature, but think far ahead, like the actual scenario that you're preparing for. And number 4 is a little bit controversial, but it definitely has to be talked about if we're talking about gold, and that would be Bitcoin. Bitcoin's absolutely part of the weak dollar conversation, but it plays a different role than gold or foreign stocks. Think of it as a high volatility monetary hedge. That's the environment where hard, scarce assets tend to rise. And Bitcoin's whole thing is that there's only ever going to be 21 million of them. And so that's a very fixed supply, whereas with money, as we've seen, they can just print more and more of it. So when confidence in fiat drops, they're looking for other places to put that money, in places where they aren't just